Hey there guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Titch and you're watching Titch Vision. Now today I'm going to be giving my predictions on what's going to be happening at WrestleMania 37. That's right, WrestleMania is back in business. This weekend WrestleMania will be held at the Raymond James Stadium in Florida. Live fans will be back in attendance. Fantastic. And the event is going to be held over 2 nights. Like we haven't got enough wrestling to watch as it is. So that means there's quite a bit to cover here, so let's not waste any more time and let's get straight into it. And let's start with night 1 and the opening fight with Cesaro versus Seth Rollins. Since the start of 2021, Cesaro's had quite a bit of a push, hasn't he? He's beaten Daniel Bryan multiple times, one of them being by tap out. So the next logical step would be Seth Rollins. So I'm guessing that Cesaro is going to be going over this time. I'm very interested to see what they've got in store for Cesaro next. Next up is The Miz versus Bad Bunny. Now, what has The Miz done to deserve this? I think at the start of his punishment must have been winning the WWE title in the first place at Elimination Chamber. I mean, I like the Bunny Hop What video, but that's about it for me. I'm not really feeling this one too much, to be honest with you. But if I'm honest, I think Bad Bunny's going to go over with Damian Priest getting involved. And again, why is Damian Priest a part of this? He's done so much good work in NXT, and now he's been stuck with Bad Bunny. I just don't get it. So yeah, Bad Bunny goes over on The Miz. I don't see The Miz getting anything out of this, and it's a damn shame. Next up, we've got Shane McMahon versus Braun Strowman in a steel cage match. Oh boy, it just gets better, doesn't it? The build up to this match was terrible. There really isn't anything good about this. A feud based on schoolyard bullying. I just don't get it. Because Braun is stupid. You're stupid! Hopefully this match should be entertaining enough, and Shane O'Mac should get his comeuppance here. So I'm saying Braun Strowman's going to go over. But you never know because it's WrestleMania and it's Shane O'Mac. And as far as I know, I think he's had more victories at WrestleMania than losses. So it could go either way. But for me, I'm hoping and I do believe that Braun Strowman will go over. Next up is the Raw Tag Team title match with The New Day facing AJ Styles and Omos. Now to be honest with you, I'm quite interested in this one. Because Omos is big. I'm not worried about his performance in this because he's in the ring with 3 quality performers here. I'm pretty sure Kofi and Xavier will make this guy look good. And I'm pretty sure AJ will look out for him too, no doubt about it. I have high faith that this match will go really, really well. I think AJ and Omos will go over here. And I'll be honest with you, I'd quite like that. Because I think AJ and Omos have good chemistry here. Their pairing has worked really well. And New Day, they'll get the tag team titles back. They'll still be on top all the time because they're the New Day and they're the greatest thing ever. Next up is the Smackdown Women's Championship match with Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair. Now I am really looking forward to this one. I think we've got an instant classic on our hands here. We've got Bianca Belair, who is pretty much the women version of Cesaro. Pound for pound, strongest female wrestler on the roster. And Sasha Banks, the most creative performer WWE has had in years, in my opinion. And the build up here has been brilliant. These two have such good chemistry together, and I have no doubt that these two ladies will bring their A game here and bring out probably the match of the night here, to be honest with you. And I really don't know what else to say except I think that Bianca Belair will go over. I think now is the time for her to be immortalised on the grandest stage of them all. This one should be a cracker. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. Oh. Right, now the main event for the WWE Championship. Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre. Now the build of this was a mixed bag. Now that promo bit on the Go Home Raw was pretty good, but everything before that was a bit odd. Loads of things were going on between Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania. We had the McIntyre and Sheamus feud, we saw the Hurt Business implode, you even brought King Corbin in for f***'s sake. The focus was all over the place. But it should be a very good match though, a very good main event for night 1. As for the winner, I think it's going to be Bobby Lashley. I want to see more of Bobby Lashley. I want to see what more he can do. I think Drew McIntyre will be fine after this, and I think he'll get another title run somewhere down the line. But I don't think WWE is finished with Bobby Lashley just yet. Right, that's night 1 done. Now on to night 2. And let's start with Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. Now if you followed Zayn and Owens' career, you know they can pull it out of the bag every single time. They've had great matches in and out of the WWE. And to be honest with you, I can't remember the last time they actually fought in WWE actually. Now I think that Sami Zayn will come out victorious here because I have a feeling that WWE have got something planned for him somewhere down the line. And for Owens, I see him stuck in limbo. And his feud with Reigns, I don't think paid off much for him. So I don't see anything big happening for Owens anytime soon. But I see plenty for Zayn. So Zayn goes over on this one. Next up is Randy Orton versus The Fiend. I have enjoyed this whole entire feud. Even though it's a little cheesy and a little camp, I don't care. I think it's been brilliant. And Orton and Wyatt have great chemistry. And they showed it at TLC in that Inferno match. That match was cracking. I loved that match. And Alexa Bliss's promos was so much fun to watch. So I'm going to guess that they're going to go down the same route they did last year, like they did with John Cena. We're going to have a more of a cinematic match, like they did with Cena. Like going back to previous incarnations of Randy Orton, you know, like the Legend Killer, the young up-and-comer guy, you know what I'm saying? Or they might throw the match out completely and stretch out the feud to next month, which I kind of hope they don't do. But either way, I think that The Fiend will come out looking strong here. And Randy Orton is Randy Orton. He'll be fine. He'll look great here. He always does look great. You know what? I think he has one more WWE title reign in him. One more title reign. Come on. Come on, WWE. Give it to him. You know it. He's earned it. Next up is the United States Championship match with Sheamus versus Matt Riddle. You have to get Sheamus on the WrestleMania card somehow. And I think Sheamus will end up becoming the next United States Champion. Now don't get me wrong, I like Matt Riddle. He's funny, his skits get me every single time. And he's a damn good wrestler. But I see Sheamus ending up with the title at the end of the match. And I don't think Vince cares for the US title anyway. He just plays pass the parcel with it, like the Intercontinental title. Speaking of the Intercontinental title, that's up next, with Biggie versus Apollo Crews. Now I was really invested with this feud. Apollo got good heat here. He got some great heat. And I was really looking forward to see these two butt heads. And then Fastlane happened. And now it seems to have just gone nowhere fast. Like, it just went downhill. The finish at Fastlane was just odd, and the match was odd, and it just didn't work. Not to say this match is going to be a bad one, it's just that it lost its momentum. And Big E will be victorious. Now it's time for the Raw Women's title match with Asuka versus Ria Ripley. Now I'm hoping this will be the WWE version of Japanese strong style here. Now Ripley has had it bad in 2020 since losing the NXT title to Charlotte at WrestleMania last year. And what better way to get back on track with a victory over Asuka. Ripley is ready, not just for Asuka, but to take her place at the top of the Raw Women's division. My cat's playing around with the green screen. Leave it alone. All in all, at the Banks and Bel-Air match, I think this one could be an instant classic as well. And Ripley for the win. And finally, we've got the Universal title match with Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns versus Edge. Talk about overbooking. This one shouldn't have had Bryan added to the match, if I'm honest with you. It should have just been Edge versus Roman Reigns. That's it. Like I said in the Rumble prediction video, this could be Bryan's last year in professional wrestling. So I'm guessing they want him to get involved as much as he can. But if that was the case, then they should have just had him win the Rumble and faced Reigns one-on-one. Then have Edge face Bryan one-on-one somewhere down the line. But we're here now, so we've just got to make the best of it. So I believe that Edge will pick up the victory here, and this will be his last title reign. But then again, it wouldn't surprise me if they pulled a WrestleMania 30 and have Bryan win instead. Then he can have his final run with the championship. Again, it wouldn't surprise me if this happened, and I hope it doesn't happen. So for me, it's Edge for the win and be crowned a new Universal Champion. And before I finish off here, I want to go through some things that might happen surprise-wise. First of all, I think Rob Van Dam will make an appearance here, as he is one of the latest inductees into the Hall of Fame. Maybe a mini match here. Give someone a frog splash. Go out with a bang. Hopefully it'll be on Logan Paul. But knowing WWE, that probably never happened. Also knowing WWE, they'll probably dig up the British Bulldog's grave and have him pose with the corpse, I don't know. Also, I'm probably asking for too much, but I'm hoping for one more appearance from The Undertaker. As it's WrestleMania, we've got the crowd back in Florida. Why not give him the send-off he so properly deserves here? I mean, him saying goodbye at Survivor Series is fine, but what he needs really is to properly say goodbye to the thousands in attendance. And that's all I want to see surprise-wise. And yeah, those are my predictions for WrestleMania 37. But what do you guys think? Who do you think is going to be victorious? What do you think is going to be the match of the night? And will Logan Paul get tombstoned? Leave a comment down below and let me in the know. And that's about everything for today, my friends, and thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed this video. You'll get a new video next week, I promise you, but for now, I'm going to enjoy WrestleMania week because there is a hell of a lot of wrestling on. I mean, we've got 2 nights of NXT TakeOver, I've got AEW to watch, and I've got Smackdown to watch as well. I've got to get the drinks in as well. I've got to get the drinks, I've got to get the snacks. I've got so much to do this week, so just leave me alone. So yeah, if you like what you saw, make sure you like, share and subscribe, and follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. I've been Titch, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.